Good morning clowns. Recently Moonton finally listened to our comments and decided that their lazy ass has gone long far enough and revamped heroes such as the Archer Avatar and Cannon Cunt, but this isn't the main point. This means that you can now use these heroes without making your team contemplate whether or not to troll and like the retards they are, so they proceed with troll, making you feel like they're asking you sets of questions similar to insulting you as if you aren't a human being for playing something you like. Warning. The video I'm about to show you a real-life conversation with the meta slaves in your solo queue games you play with when you lock in your main who isn't in the meta.
Pooja, what is this behavior?
I'm sorry, I kicked it by mistake.
You can't tell you what to do.
You do not tell me what to do.
You do not
tell me what to do.
Or what? Are you going to hit me?
Do you want it?
I don't want it.
Because you're asking for it. You're dying for it. Get off my back.
To which you respond with, "Yes bitch, I'm asking for it, but I'm not dying for it." So now that I'm able to play my long-awaited never-used 70% win rate on the Archer, to which she now has a long-lost twin sister which we will now call Stacy, and queue up games, without having someone troll in an attempt to show that she isn't useless now to the idiots who never used their brains and thought of her being good even before the update. So smash that like button and subscribe because it helps my channel grow and make more quality videos for honky dories. Enjoy the video and wait till the end because it's going to be a crazy ride. Alright boys and girls, this is the emblems I used and that will help you out become the fastest race car in the map. So take the latest Nikes so that whenever you hit something the drug addict within starts kicking out of rehabilitation. So you pair this up with the shuriken thing to make use of the pent-up aggression you have within and have a higher chance of hitting an explosive arrow, and the blade wonky ass looking thing so that the enemy team will have to start clenching their butt cheeks from the imminent danger coming towards them. Also make sure to take the blue flash with you to show these idiots how fast you can reposition during a team fight and make them ask questions of whether they're dying for it or asking for it. But since I am that perfectionist bitch uncontented with everything, I queue up and choose the perfect game to show the clowns how running into a group of people like a horny dog and heat cleansing no counter play stuns works perfectly with this build. Game 1 is off to a rough start when Helicopter Henry shows me his audition for the Whirlybird, so I run him down and activate my Sonic shitter only for Discount Tarzan to fist him away, and I'm a greedy bitch and so I die for nothing. I am just making my way down bot when the exercise ball hits Willy Wonka, but he escapes, so the bitch with K-pop light sticks come for the BTS concert, but I don't have it, so I send a split shooter that gives the army fans time to reflect on what they have done. But that's when Helicopter Legs decides that diving straight forward's a good idea, so I activate my get out of jail card and Willy Wonka sends him back to base. Discount Tarzan shows us how primitive he is when he decides that it is better late than never and shows us how he molests people, but I don't agree with it, so I send an arrow to the sky to commemorate his death. Helicopter Henry casually walks up to tell me he needs a pair of new glasses when I disappear mid-air as part of the magic trick me and Willy Wonka practice, so the midget sends him back to the fountain again. Word on the street that Helicopter Henry has a new pair of glasses, but he still lacks a brain, so when he shows me his new helicopter impression, so I activate my Sonic shitter and run him down like the first of this video, but get away with a homicide this time. Alright clowns, you're in for this one since this was an experience to commentate, so I added the scenic effect for this epic fight. Count Corona starts the fight with a Corona bite but misses, so I send a timeout. That's when he uses the signals the Batman, and I continue chasing him down, but he outruns my tiny legs, so when he is in position he turns around to send a Corona bite bat attack combo, but then his dumb ass decides that moving 1 meter forward is the way to go and misses the final bat attack and hands me over the kill. Me and the magician that I actually thought was a girl at first were just calling the turtle names when the exercise ball decides to give me a bear hug, but I decline. That's when Helicopter Henry decides that third time's the idiot when he does the same trick again, and my team isn't impressed, so they send me home and I retreat. But just when you think a disengage should happen, this is low, so everybody has no brain as they simulate the purge, so I come to murder the 2 kids wanting to see a BTS concert. But then Count Corona witnesses the crime, but I tell him to keep his mouth shut or show everybody how he committed the dumbest mistake a while ago. I am just padding like an idiot when Helicopter Henry sees that I'm mispositioned like a brainless person who took STEM classes instead of ABM, so when he decides that holding on to his ult is a good idea, I get the honky dory out of there when Willy Wonka decides to go in getting uppercut jump yard combo so he dies. My team casually plays without a map and does absolutely nothing when the whole enemy team is literally playing brawl game mode, making me defend it all by myself. So when the Chinese pedophile sees I'm alone, he flies to the air only to get arrow cucked and get whooped by a Sonic shitter, and so the BTS fan sees it, so I go stealthy shady mode as I finish my footage recreating the scene of Roman Holiday to posting TikTok. So that's when Discount Tarzan and Willy Wonka decide it's a good time to come 2 years late to the fight. We put this game to an end when the Count Corona and BTS fan hide in a bush, but the fried chicken puts chicken oil on his body, luring the hungry bats. But that's when Helicopter Henry decides that he isn't done sending me to the air, so I go stealthy Stacy and go machine gun Kelly into the BTS fan, making the broadcaster announce the news that I'm a. This concludes game 1, but since I feel like I was unable to show how the movement speed really works, I queue up another to show you guys what run it down really means. This game starts off with me and the exercise ball walk up top because word on the street that the bank employees are here today with their armored van full of cash, but pedophile Peter and his one-night stand decide to have a quickie, so I summon my twin sister to send them I'm not your typical useless ADC and shove arrows in their buttholes until they got the message. Me and the walking exercise ball decide to have a level 2 invade because that's what we do in Lolo, so I tell my walking exercise ball to start chasing them to the horny iguana, and he agrees by sending the pedophile flying when he goes for a pedophile push, so emo Elvis decides to ditch the man-child, and like the stupid Lolo players we are who isn't contented with everything, me and the exercise ball chase him down only to get myself into an auto-attack battle and Corona bat attack you a dead bitch when he decides that going in after I die is the best time to go in. Me and Mr. Krabs are talking about who's taller when the dwarfed bank employees come, and I know I'm taller than them, so I go for them instead, but then the man-child decides that it's a good idea to sexually abuse people when my exercise ball is nearby, so my rubber band slaps emo Elvis and goes stealthy Stacy when my twin sister and I take turns asking for a refund of his terrible concert. We see that non-disfigured Freddy Krueger and the Bat from Hotel Transylvania decide to spread coronavirus to the robot and Fabulous Frankie, so me and my exercise ball come to stop the disease when he sends a slingshot bear hug wall combo, and me as an ADC who almost did nothing takes the credit for his hard work. I am just casually vandalizing their property when the landlord arrives just to show me he has no brain cells when he thinks it's a good idea to dance in front of me low HP, so I send him crying when I nab the laziest kill of my life. Me and that robot from Star Wars decide that we are low players, so we overextend like we're informal settlers and celebrate All Saints Day, so the enemy team decides to join the party when the bumblebee decides to leave early just when the guests arrive, so they go all ambush Andy and the scissor shitter nabs the first kill, so I decide to do a magic trick appear disappear when they aren't impressed, so owning up that I'm not an ADC who needs to be babysat, auto attack with my twin sister when the scissor shit decides to hand me over a free kill, and like the insecure ADC I check what my teammates could have done to help me when they're at base rubbing their balls. Before the haters out there will say where what the title is about, I show Count Corona I am not your normal ADC when the audition for the Dragon Dance team starts, so I go stealthy Stacy and show him that I'm wearing a face mask but that won't protect me from explosive peanuts, so I tell him instead that I'm coming for that ass. I fulfill my promise 1 minute later when emo Elvis and the man-child meet me in a bush, so I go stealthy Stacy and do a hello motherfucker big booty blow and take the bitch down with me before Dragon Balls and the Count Corona infect me with STDs. I see that the boys are getting caught out when the enemy team proves their stupidity by saying going for 2 tanks is better than 1, so I send a fuck you from the sky that stuns them and we get 2 kills. My team then applies for a contest of which team has the worst decision making when they decide that going for the scissor shit is better than getting the Lord, so I take it by myself when the 2 tanks finally decide 2 years later that this is more important than them domesticating a red bear. I am just making some graffiti on the tower when my exercise ball decides that positioning 10 kilometers is the way to go as a tank. So when I get Corona cooked and dragon danced, but I decide that I'm not the normal immobile ADC and go Sonic shitting my way into the perfect position and take down the dragon stripper before the enemy team finally uses their map for the first time and take us down. The game goes to an end when both teams forget that this is a ranked game and not a brawl, so as if all lanes were non-existent, the enemy team decides to go on my team when the scissor shit decides to give up going straight and just to hand me a kill. We end the game when the exercise ball hits Count Corona, but no one follows up except for Flamboyant Frankie, and since that because this is low I decide going for a Sonic stealthy sprint is a smart idea into their base when Marathon Mia changes targets in the last second when I see Count Corona takes no damage, ending me with a 13-6-3 performance. And of course with this build I show you that I have the biggest hot dog on the damage charts. Thanks for watching until the end because it really means a lot to me, especially since I write around 23 paragraphs for these kinds of videos, but this is for the honky dories out there, so I don't mind. Smash the like, comment and subscribe, pray before you sleep and smile every day. See ya.